Alright, shalom, shalom.
Shalom, shalom.
First and foremost, we'd like to begin by giving all praises, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadas. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And shalom to all the brothers on the four corners of the earth, teaching this good gospel in all sincerity and all truth. And shalom to the few acquisitions in silence and obedience as one. Shalom, this brother Yerami and brother
Jacob.
back with another video, and this video is going to be on Joel chapter 1, the whole chapter we're going to do, and hopefully it be edifying to the Lord's life. So we'll start off, I go read the first 4 verses, you go read the next 4 until we finish the chapter, right?
Right.
And so Joel 1:1, it says, the word of the Lord that came to Joel the son of Pethuel. Hear this, ye old men, and give ear all the inhabitants of the land. Had this been in your days, or even in the days of your father? So you see in here, this, you old men, the higher ups. You know? Because if you go in the GNT, it says, creating GNT, it says, this is the Lord's message to Joel, the son of Pethuel. And then the heading for verse 2, it says, the heading is, the people mourn the destruction of the crops. Right? And it says, pay attention, you older people, everyone in Judah, listen. Has anything like this ever happened in your time or in the time of your ancestors? Then it says, in the KJV, it says, tell your children of it, and let your children tell their children and their children, another generation. Then it says here, tell your children about it, they will tell their children, who in turn well, tell the next generation. Then it says, verse 4, that which the palmer worm hath left had the locust eaten, and that which the locust had left the cankerworm eaten, and that which the cankerworm had left the caterpillar eaten. Right, so it's just wherever the cankerworm, wherever the palmer
Locust eat.
Yeah, wherever the locust eat, and he leave, the next fucking the cankerworm come and eat. And wherever the cankerworm leave, the little remnants, the caterpillar come and eat.
That's right.
Now it says here, swarm. Then it says verse 4, swarms after swarm of locusts settled on the crops. What one swarm left, the next swarm devoured. So these were all the pestilence. There's the pestilence. The things that happen to them, the natural disasters.
That's right.
Right? These what happen unto them because Joel come and tell them, they turn back to the Lord. They go sit down in the last couple of verses. Right? Turn back to the Lord, and they wasn't hearkening. So the Lord bring destruction upon them, natural disasters.
Okay.
Right? How much verses it have? 20.
5.
Yeah, you can't say it's 5, so I could go read the first up to 10. You could start from the rest. And it says verse 5, it says, awake ye drunkards, and weep and howl. So why did I weep and howl? Because them is drunkards, and when the drunkards just drink wine, right? All ye drinkers of wine, because of the new vine, for it is cut off from your mouth. So the wine is cut off, that you can't get no more wine.
That's right.
Because of the vine. The vine is going back into the grapes. Right? The grapes, the crops and them getting destroyed from the locusts. The cankerworm, all them things, right? They're getting destroyed from that. The caterpillar, them eating up that. So it's not eating it up. The grapes not gonna come good. We're not gonna come like in great abundance, like how it would I used to, so that they could make wine. So that it cut off from them out. Now it says here in the GNT, wake up and weep, you drunkards, cry, you wine drinkers, the grapes for making you wine have been destroyed. So the grapes destroyed. There's no more wine for you. Right? Then it says, for a nation is come up upon my land, strong and without number, whose teeth are the teeth of a lion, and he had the teeth of a great lion. Right? So this is not going to actual nation. It's talking about the swarm or the nation of locusts and them. Because when you read in the GNT, it says an army of locusts has attacked our land. They are powerful and too many to count. Their teeth are as sharp as those of a lion.
Can.
Right? So the locusts can fuck them up, right? The things whatever that plant, the crops, the provisions, everything.
The locust eating it up.
Locusts eating it up. Right, then verse 7 it says, He had laid my vine waste and barked my fig tree. He had made it clean bare and cast it away. The branches thereof are made white. I want to read it here. It says, They have destroyed our grapevines, and that's the grapes on them, and chewed up our fig trees, and they have stripped off the bark till the branches are white. So they strip off the bark, the front part of the tree. Right, they eat up all that till they reach the white part. The branches are white. So them will devouring, right? They're devouring. Then it says here, verse 8, it says, Lament like a virgin girded with sackcloth for the husband of her youth. Right, and it says here in GNT, Cry you people like a young woman who mourns the death of the man she was going to marry. So a virgin and cry because she husband died. She was promised to that man and he come and die. So now it says, Cry you people like a woman who mourns the death of the man she was going to marry. So that would tell them that kind of cry. Then it says, verse 9, the meat offering and the drink offering is cut off from the house of the Lord. The priests, the Lord ministers mourn. Right? And then it says here, verse 9 in the GNT, there is no grain or wine to offer in the temple. The priests mourn because they have no offering for the Lord. And the priests and them, long time, they'll offer things to the Lord and they will get a little portion for themselves. So if them can't get none for the Lord, they ain't gonna get none for themselves either. So them are the mourn because it's farming. What's going on there? It's farming. Alright? Then verse 10 it says, The field is wasted, the land mourneth, for the crop is wasted, the new wine is dried up, and the oil languisheth. GNT, it says, The fields are bare, the ground mourns because the grain is destroyed, the grapes are dried up, and the olive trees are withered. So they need oil. The olive, that way is get the oil from the olive tree. That the crop, the locusts and them fuck up that. Them destroy that. Them leave back nothing. However they leave back, as I said, the locust, the cankerworm, and the caterpillar, and then the palmer worm, all that. Right?
Palmer worm first.
Yeah. Right? So yeah, we could go ahead from, we could start from here and I'll just read this at the side. I go read the James part and you could read the
HB.
Just some salad. I'm gonna pause it real quick. Right, I just have to flip it real quick there. Right, so I did read verse 10, you on verse 11 now. And then it's here too. Right, verse 11. Yeah.
Be he ashamed, or he husband whole, or he
Husbandman.
Vine dresser,
or ye vine dressers,
for the wheat and for the barley, because the harvest of the field is perished.
So then it says in the NLT, grieve you farmers, right? Grieve you farmers, cry you that take care of the vineyard, because the wheat, the barley, yes, all the crops are destroyed because the locusts on them. The Lord send them locusts on them to eat it up.
Palmer.
Days all again because they're not turning back to the Lord, and Joel telling them to turn back, because when you go back to the top, it says the word of the Lord that came to Joel, the son of Pethuel.
That's right.
Right? So this is what Joel get. And tell them to turn back, and they turn them back.
Right, done.
Yeah. Verse 12, go ahead.
The vine is dried up, and the fig tree languisheth. The pomegranate tree, the palm tree, also and the apple tree, even all the trees of the field are withered, because joy is withered away from the sons of men.
So
that's right.
Then verse 12 it says here in GNT, the grapevines and fig trees have withered, all the fruit trees have wilted,
And
died. The joy of the people is gone. Because wait see, the grapevines, that is the wine, that is wine. The fig trees, fig trees like fig. And fig is used for all kinds of things. You could use fig to make banana bread. You could use fig to make punch. You could eat fig.
And you could
and it have the other fig, green fig. You could cook. Provision. Right? So that is one. And then have all of it, all the fruit trees. People would have mango tree, the apple trees, pomegranate, all these trees.
And you know what?
And the locusts fuck it up. Yeah. They need nothing. Verse 13 it says, well,
gird yourself and lament ye priests, all ye ministry of the altar, come lie all night in sackcloth, ye ministry of my
ministers
of my power, for the meat offering and the drink offering is withholden from the house of power.
From the house of your God, right? Verse 13 in the Gentile it says, put on sackcloth and weep, you priests who serve at the altar, go into the temple and mourn all night. There is no grain or no wine to offer your power.
That's right.
Right? Then verse 14. Sanctified
he as a fast, call a solemn assembly, gather the elders and all the inhabitants of the land into the house of the Lord, your power, and cry unto the Lord.
And then verse 14, GNT says, give orders for a fast, call an assembly, gather the leaders and all the people of Judah into the temple of the Lord, your power, and cry unto him. So that they cry unto the Lord now. And fast and pray. Why? Because all these disasters happening to them, and they can't take it. They don't none to eat. So they had to turn back to the Lord now. And this is what the Lord does always do. He's always make a way that the people have to turn back to him. They have to. So we need the Lord.
That's right.
We need the Lord. Verse 15.
As last for the day of the Lord is at hand, and as a destruction from the Almighty shall it come.
So these are precept, you know.
They're very nice precept.
Yeah, very nice precept. In the GNT it says, the day of the Lord is near, the day when the Almighty brings destruction.
What terror?
What terror that day will bring. Right? And this can use for today too, because the day of the Lord is very soon. The day of the Lord is near, the day when the Almighty brings destruction. Right? The day of the Lord is near. Right? That is true. Verse 15 now.
Verse 16.
16.
Is not the meat cut off before our eyes, he joy and gladness from the house of our power.
Verse 16 GNT. We look on helpless as our crops are destroyed. Right? There is no joy in the temple of our power. And then it says here, is not the meat cut off before our eyes? Yea, joy and gladness from the house of the Lord. So the meat. And that's the next thing, meat. Where you get the meat from? The lamb, the goat, you know. And if them thing, and then that way go down, so I don't even know how to say it now. Let me just read verse 17.
17, the seed is rotten under the clods, the garners and lead, desolate, the burns are broken down, for the corn is withered.
Right. Then in verse 17, the seeds die in the dry earth, there is no grain to be stored, and so the empty granaries are ruins. Are in ruins. So that verse 18.
Verse 18. How do the beasts groan? The herds of the cattle and the perplexed, because they have no pasture. Ye, the flock of sheep.
The flocks
of sheep are made desolate.
So verse 18, now the cattle are bellowing in distress. So the cattle are in distress too, because they are not to eat. Right? Then it says here, The cattle are below in distress because there is no pasture for them. So there is no grass for them to eat and thing.
Gone.
Right? None of that for them. So them gonna be in distress too. Right? The flocks of sheep also suffer. So once the flocks and the goats and them suffering, what are they going to? There is no meat for them. Because that's where they get from. And other than getting the lamb for meat, and then they'll use the lamb here for clothing.
Gone.
So if the lamb not getting no good nutrients or food, what I have to get? They go die. And
no clothes, no food.
No clothes, no food.
Gone.
They ain't coming good. Right? Now it says here verse 19.
Verse 19. Oh Lord, the thee will I cry, for the fire had devoured the pastures of the wilderness, and the flame had burned all the trees of the field.
And it says here, right? I cry out to you, Lord, because the pastures and trees are dried up, and though a fire had burned them, and that you see these things happen today, because if the locusts eat them up, they'll get dry. And then wildfire could start. This happened in LA too. Wildfire did start and start burning up places real dread. And that will happen there too. You know? It was 20.
The beasts of the field cry also unto thee, for the rivers of the water are dried up, and the fire had devoured the pasture of the wilderness.
Right. So the beasts of the field cry unto thee, for the rivers of water are dried up, and the fire had devoured the pasture of the wilderness. Even the wild animals cry out to you, because their streams have become dry. And the pastures, the grass that is dry, and the stream become dry. So even the animals was going through it. And they Joel chapter 1 here. These are things that they was going through. Because they didn't want to turn back to you, Lord, right? So yeah, this is Joel chapter 1. Right? And there's the message of Joel delivered to them. And tell them to turn back. One wear sackcloth and lament to the Lord and cry unto him. And fast. Right? This is what you have to do. Right? And we likewise telling the people today to, turn back to the Lord, come to the Lord, lament, fast, turn back to him, cry unto him.
That's right.
And these people, they don't want to do the same. Right? So them will just suffer. Them will suffer the same now, because these things are going to come too. Just like I would say, it wouldn't have wheat and all these things. Herbs. All these things. No meat, no wine, nothing. The store places go be what? Closed down. They will go on. The store places and them, because one of the precepts on them here down below here. Then it says the seed is rotten under their clods, the garners are laid desolate, the barns are broken down. Right, the barns are going to, the store places and them where there's the food and thing. And these things are going to happen likewise today. Can we go in second address and the last piece of my close? It's 6 second address. I was just searching, I can't remember. Store place. I'm waiting. It's just second address.
622.
6:22 it says, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, the full store houses shall suddenly be found empty. So the groceries and them gonna be empty. And at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein, and the springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. So they the same thing will gonna happen to them too. Famine. These things will come upon them. Right? Thus, these things will happen to these people, because they be telling them to turn back. So famine is going to come in the land just now. And not just a famine of bread or water, but of hearing the words of the Lord too. That is what going to happen. That Amos 8, 11 thing. I'll just check for one more thing. Just a second, let's see if it's all right. GNT and the just in the GNT. Just Sirach, Ecclesiastes, Tabuk. The line says, so that was the book of Joel, chapter 1. We did, we'll come back with 2, and hopefully it was edifying, to the Lord's elect, giving all praises, all honor and all glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Akakadah, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to all the brothers on the four corners of the earth that teaching this good gospel and all sincerity and all truth, and Shalom to a few aquas, listen silence and obedience to husband. Shalom. This is brother Ramya here, sign out saying Shalom to the elect.
Shalom to
This is brother Salak, this is brother Ramya and the brother Yaikob saying Shalom. Shalom Labakayam and Shalom to the elect. And that is wicked place. Right? Shalom.